Hello, I'm Dr. Jane, and today I want to talk about something that affects millions of men but is rarely discussed openly: prostate health. If you're over 60 or know someone who is, pay close attention. Have you ever felt that annoying need to get up several times at night to urinate, or the feeling that your bladder never fully empties? You might think this is normal with aging, but I can assure you it doesn't have to be. In this video, I'll share 5 simple natural daily habits that, as a urology specialist, I strongly recommend. These aren't tricks. They're science-backed strategies to protect, restore, and potentially boost your prostate health. We'll cover everything from proper hydration and ideal nutrition to the importance of light activity and quality sleep. Plus, one habit many avoid discussing, but that's essential for well-being. By adopting these habits, you can not only improve your prostate health, but also gain more energy, better sleep, less stress, and renewed confidence. Get ready to discover how small changes in your daily routine can bring a freedom and vitality you might not even imagine possible. Stick with me. This could be the most important video you watch this year. There's a silent condition affecting millions of men around the world, a condition almost no one talks about enough. And the consequences of that silence are impacting the quality of life of countless fathers, grandfathers, brothers, and husbands. As a medical professional with over 10 years of experience in neurology, I've had the privilege and responsibility of helping thousands of men facing the challenges of aging. But there is one particular conversation I believe every man over 60 needs to have. Not in whispers, not behind closed doors, and definitely not when it's already too late. It's a conversation about your prostate and, more importantly, about the simple, natural daily habits that could protect, restore, and potentially boost your prostate health. I'm not talking about quick fixes or miracles. What I'm about to share with you is genuine science backed by evidence. These are reliable, practical strategies that researchers and doctors worldwide are using to help men age with more comfort, fewer complications, and much more freedom. If you're over 60 or someone close to your heart is, please stay with me. These 5 daily habits may seem modest, but their combined impact can be transformative. In fact, one of them might surprise you completely. So follow along to the end if you care about your prostate and urinary health, because this could be the most relevant video you'll see this year. To understand why these habits are so essential, you first need to know a little about the prostate. The prostate gland is small, about the size of a walnut, and sits just below the bladder, surrounding the urethra, the tube through which urine leaves the body. It plays a key role in male reproductive health by producing a fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. Up until around age 50, most men barely notice their prostate exists. But starting in the 6th decade of life, this small gland begins to undergo changes, not always for the better. The medical term for this age-related growth is benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. While it's not a serious condition like cancer, it can cause a lot of discomfort. According to the National Institutes of Health, more than 50% of men in their 50s already show signs of prostate enlargement, and by age 70, that number exceeds 80%. How does this show up in daily life? For many, it starts subtly. A weaker urine stream, the persistent feeling that the bladder hasn't fully emptied, difficulty starting urination, or most annoyingly, the need to go to the bathroom multiple times at night, interrupting sleep and draining energy. Most men assume this is just part of aging, but that's a misconception and potentially harmful one. New scientific research shows that inflammation and prostate enlargement can be significantly influenced and even improved through daily habits that help regulate inflammation, hormones, and blood flow. Let's start with the first habit, something right in front of us. How, when, and what you drink makes a huge difference. Proper hydration isn't just good for overall health, it plays a direct role in reducing prostate inflammation and improving urinary function. As men age, the sense of thirst tends to diminish. It's common for older adults to go hours without drinking, only hydrating once dehydration has already set in. The result is overly concentrated, acidic urine full of waste products that can irritate the bladder and aggravate prostate tissue. This poor hydration pattern contributes to one of the most frustrating BPH symptoms, nocturia, the need to urinate multiple times at night. But here's where research offers a practical solution. A study published in the Journal of Urology involving over 2,000 men aged 60 or older showed that well-distributed hydration early in the day combined with reduced fluid intake at night led to a 41% decrease in nighttime urinary urgency and frequency. What do I recommend? Hydrate like it's a medical prescription. Drink water consistently from morning until mid-afternoon. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses, about 1.5 to 2 liters, depending on your activity level and kidney health. Then gradually cut back in the evening to let your bladder rest overnight. This small routine tweak reduces irritation, helps gently flush out toxins, and supports normal prostate function without overloading the body. Now, let's talk nutrition, because the choices on your plate become a powerful ally for your health. The foods you eat impact everything from hormone regulation to inflammation and, yes, even your risk of prostate issues. Let's start with one of the most potent compounds studied in current prostate research, lycopene. This is a phytonutrient found in foods like tomatoes, guava, and watermelon. An interesting fact, when tomatoes are cooked, especially with olive oil, lycopene becomes much more absorbable by the body. Meta-analyses like one published in the International Journal of Cancer showed that men who ate cooked tomatoes at least twice a week had a significantly lower risk, 28% less, of developing malignant prostate problems. This highlights the power of such a simple dietary element. Next, there's zinc, an essential mineral concentrated in pumpkin seeds, seafood, and some nuts. Zinc plays a crucial role in the male body. It supports healthy hormone balance, which is vital for overall men's health and is involved in important enzymatic reactions and maintaining prostate structural stability. Zinc deficiency has been linked to prostate problems, so ensuring adequate intake is key. And we can't forget cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts. They offer another layer of protection. These veggies contain sulforaphane, a compound known to influence the body's detoxification pathways and help prevent cellular changes that could lead to more serious prostate issues. Think of them as your tiny cellular guardians. The ideal plate is therefore mostly plant-based, rich in color, which signals a variety of nutrients and antioxidants, and complemented with lean proteins, whole seeds, and healthy fats. In this context, food becomes proactive care, an accessible yet powerful way to support prostate resilience. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your city or country in the comments so I can greet you personally in our next videos. This channel grows thanks to men like you seeking reliable health information. Another underestimated and completely free strategy is walking. That's right. A light 15-minute walk after meals, especially lunch and dinner, can significantly influence prostate health in multiple ways. Research from the University of São Paulo School of Medicine found that older men who engaged in post-meal movement had up to 35% less risk of developing moderate to severe BPH symptoms compared to those who stayed sedentary. But what's happening physiologically? Walking after meals boosts blood flow to the pelvic area, improving oxygenation and nutrient delivery to the prostate gland. It also helps regulate blood sugar, which is critical since insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes are directly linked to prostate problems. Light physical activity also lowers systemic inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, both often elevated in chronic prostate inflammation. Think of walking as post-meal medicine. You don't need a gym. You don't need to run. Just walk gently indoors or outdoors consistently. Over time, this small, lifelong investment yields extraordinary protective effects for your prostate and your entire body. We'll wrap up with what might be the most underestimated habit of all, restorative sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation has a biological cost far deeper than most realize. Quality sleep governs our production of essential hormones like melatonin and growth hormone, both with documented anti-inflammatory properties and critical roles in tissue repair and immune regulation. In fact, a study from the Journal of Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers, and Prevention found that men with frequent sleep disruptions had double the risk of developing advanced prostate problems compared to those with uninterrupted sleep. Sleep impacts hormone levels, inflammation, mental clarity, and metabolic balance, all central to prostate health. To optimize sleep, aim for 7 to 10 hours per night in a dark, cool, quiet room. Avoid caffeine late in the day, reduce screen time at night, and keep a consistent sleep schedule even on weekends. It's not indulgence. It's essential regenerative medicine for the aging body. Now, I want to ask something important to create better content. What worries you most? Write number 1, if it's getting up multiple times at night to urinate, or number 2, if it's the feeling of incomplete bladder emptying. Your answer helps us understand which topics matter most to our audience. Now, let's talk about a habit that, though natural and important, is sometimes avoided in discussion or surrounded by stigma, especially at older ages. Maintaining regular intimate activity. From a purely medical perspective, regularly releasing prostate fluid isn't just healthy. It can be one of the body's most effective natural methods for clearing prostate waste. A major 2016 study published in European Urology by Harvard researchers followed over 30,000 men for 18 years. They found a fascinating correlation. Men with higher frequency of prostate fluid release, 21 or more times per month, had a significantly lower risk, 33% less, of developing prostate problems compared to those with lower monthly frequency. Biologically, regular release helps the prostate expel residual fluids, old cells, and inflammatory proteins, substances that, when they build up, can contribute to gland congestion and irritation. Beyond this cleansing effect, intimate activity also improves pelvic circulation, which benefits overall regional health. It helps reduce tension in the muscles surrounding the prostate, contributes to healthier hormone balance, and can even lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone known to fuel chronic inflammation in the body. Yet many older men may feel embarrassed or guilty discussing this topic, even with their doctor. Let me be clear. You're never too old to prioritize well-being and sexual health. If you have concerns, physical, emotional, or relational, it's crucial to talk openly with a healthcare professional. Your urologist is there to help, not judge, and can offer guidance and solutions to maintain a healthy, fulfilling life at any age. These 5 habits, strategic hydration, targeted nutrition, post-meal walking, restorative sleep, and regular intimate activity, may seem simple, but that's where the power lies. You don't have to wait for symptoms to take control of your health. You can take action today. In my clinical experience, the men who live longest and age most gracefully, those who stay mobile, confident, and independent well into their 70s and 80s, 8s are the ones who act preventively. They don't wait for a crisis to make changes. Now you have the same opportunity. Share this knowledge with the men you love. And if you're over 60, start practicing these habits today. Your future self and your prostate will thank you. Taking care of your health doesn't have to start with pills, procedures, or panic. Sometimes the most powerful medicine is in the small decisions you make every day. I have witnessed firsthand how these 5 simple habits, when practiced consistently, can redefine aging for men. They not only protect the prostate, but also boost energy, improve sleep, reduce stress, and restore confidence. If you're a man over 60, let this be a turning point. And if you love a man in this stage of life, a father, husband, grandfather, encourage him. These conversations matter more than we realize, because what we ignore today, we may regret tomorrow. but what we choose to do today can preserve freedom, vitality, and quality of life for years to come. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this message valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like this video so the algorithm helps us reach more men who need this vital information. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for notifications when we post new content on men's health. Remember, prostate health isn't just about longevity. It's about living well. Stay informed, stay proactive, and above all, stay healthy. See you next time.